the Hyundai Palisade is back, as you can see here. However, it has the exact same engine. Why is that? Why is Hyundai giving us back our vehicle with the exact same engine? There is our old engine, and I think it has about 85,000 miles or so. Why exactly is this back? Well, it's actually kind of funny, so let me get into the explanation and what our process is now. Well, at this point, I wish I was making these things up, but honestly, I'm not, and I'm gonna go into this whole process. So, for those who are new here, real quick, less than 10-second backstory. We're having issues with oil consumption in our Palisade, and I'm going through the whole runaround with Hyundai. The last update was that we had the injector cleaning and they were supposed to take it in, do some final testing. It had failed and we're gonna give us a new engine. Well, there, now you're all caught up. Now the question is, why is this thing back and why do we have the same engine? Well, the dealership took our car and had it for about 2 weeks. Gave us a couple loaner cars. One was an EV, another one was, I think, a Santa Fe or a Tucson. I'm not really sure, honestly. All of a sudden, I get a call from the dealership saying that they need to run more tests, so they need to have our car longer. So I'm like, okay, whatever, just keep our car. You have it at this point, or technically it's not a car, but you know what I mean. Keep it and just let's get this solved, right? Hyundai's already said that it's a problem, and let's get us a new engine, really. So they had it for a total of about 3 weeks, and the service manager calls me and says, okay, so we have a problem. And of course, I'm already seeing red. I'm trying so hard because honestly, the dealership's not the problem here. It is the manufacturer. However, don't shoot the messenger, right? So I'm talking to him and he basically tells me, okay, Hyundai wants you to take the vehicle back and drive it for another 1,000 miles because they think that 1,500 miles 1.5 quarts per 1,000 miles is in spec, which is interesting because initially they told us that it was 1 quart for 1,000 miles. Now they're saying it's 1.5 quarts. So of course, I'm annoyed beyond belief. One person says I should drive it for 1,500 miles. Another person says I should drive it for 1,000 miles. And I'm just watching the miles tick on with this thing. And unfortunately for us, we're about 12,000 miles or so from the warranty expiring, which I gotta be honest, I truly believe that Hyundai is trying to push this away as much as they can so that when we hit that 100,000, they don't have to do anything with it. And I know that seems like, oh, you're probably just being, a naysayer or whatever, but it seems really crazy to me that Hyundai does not have a process in place that basically has like 5 or 6 steps. It's like, okay, do this, this, and this. If it fails, we give you a new engine. It's not like that. They're basically just throwing us through this process that feels like it's never ending. And part of me wants to just get rid of this vehicle at this point. I mean, it's in great condition. Obviously, it's used because it has 80,000 miles, but like the leather's good, the interior is good, everything's good with it. However, we're having this issue where, we really can't take long trips unless we bring extra oil with us. And then there's always the fear that, what if the issue gets worse and it burns more oil in a set time and we run out of oil, or the engine just gives up the ghost, as you say? Unfortunately, we're not in a place where we can just get a new vehicle. Financially, maybe we could, maybe we stretch a little bit, whatever. This vehicle is overall really good, except for this one nagging issue, which candidly, obviously engine issues are a big problem. I honestly have very few words, and that's why this video is going to be short, because I'm just so frustrated with Hyundai that they just keep pushing this process out. So here we are again, putting 1,000 miles on the vehicle. I'm driving it like crazy, which is great for somebody that owns a Porsche that should be driving that, but whatever. I'm pushing this everywhere. I'm going to try to get the 1,000 miles as fast as possible. Because one of the sidebar is our kids are actually away right now on vacation for the summer. Well, they come back soon, and there's a reason we have 7 seats, okay? We can't put them in the Land Rover or the other car. Like, we need this vehicle to be able to bring the kids places. But I'm curious, if you're in this process, is Hyundai dragging you along and basically just delaying you, or have you gotten your engine changed? Have they fixed a problem and it's not engine related, like not in terms of like a new engine, but is there, something to do with your oil pan or some other piece? Some people said that it's possibly the valves, they might be seated properly and they're allowing oil to just basically burn off. And that's why you don't see anything on your driveway. But we've seen it on our driveway, right? Like I can show you right here, it's on our driveway. So the oil pan was leaking at one point. The valve cover gasket was leaking at one point. They did an injector cleaning, and they did one other thing that I can't remember what it was. None of that has changed. The result is that we still burn a ton of oil, in a vehicle that has under 100,000 miles. You know, so there's the update. Really, it's not an update. We've got the vehicle back again, and I'm once again driving this thing, trying to get it to its, you know, interval so that they can test it again and probably tell me something else that needs to be done. But I'll continue to document it because you guys have enjoyed this and been asking me lots of questions. I'm happy to do it. It was never my intention with this channel, but hey, I enjoy making car content, and this is car content. So if you're new here, please subscribe. The saga should hopefully be coming to an end soon. I actually have a really cool update coming with the Mustang, which you can see there. But yeah, if you're new here, please consider subscribing, like this video, leave me a comment on your Hyundai related woes, and I will see you in the next video.